Welcome to Cooking for Lucky 7. Like and subscribe. I'm pulling the wood chip tray out to get it ready to load with wood chips. I'm going to be using some hickory wood chips to smoke some beef jerky that I'm going to be making. I'm pouring the hickory chips in. Whoops, I kind of got them all over. I'm going to have to put some of them back in the bag. Now it's time to slide the wood tray back into its slot into the smoker. Turn on the smoker to preheat while I mix up the beef jerky inside. I'll be setting it for 160 degrees, and then for about 6 hours to start with, depending on how much moisture is in the beef I'm using, is how long it's going to take. I'm going to be turning on the fast smoke option right away because at 160 degrees the wood chips don't ignite that good, so that'll heat them up real good and they'll start smoking. Putting the ground chuck into the KitchenAid mixer because I'm going to be using it to mix it up with the seasonings. You want to try to use a leaner meat, otherwise you'll get grease all over, especially if you're using a dehydrator. A smoker, it'll just drip down. I'm going to be using Backwoods original jerky seasoning. It's good for 5 pounds, but I only have 3, so I'm going to have to measure it out. If I get some more racks for my smoker, I'll be able to put 5 pounds in, but I know 3 will only fit right now with 3 racks. This is what the seasoning looks like, and then the white pack is the cure packet that cures the beef jerky. I'm just adding the seasoning over the ground chalk. You can also add it while it's mixing, but I'm just doing it this way. For this jerky seasoning, every pound is 1 tablespoon and 2 1/4 teaspoons, and a 1/4 teaspoon of the cure for every pound. Now we're going to turn the KitchenAid mixer on and mix it up real good. Make sure you have the bowl turned on the right way so it don't fall off like it happened to me. Now I'm going to add some pepper to spice things up a little bit. You don't have to add pepper, but it'll give it a little spicier taste. Now I'm adding some crushed red pepper. This will help spice things up too. If you don't like it spicy, then I wouldn't add any of this. Just use the normal just to back it. Now that we've got it all mixed up good, we're gonna load in our jerky gun to be able to squeeze the strips out. We're putting the strips tip on one end, and then we'll be loading the meat on the other. I'm putting this funnel on the other end. It's to keep the meat, make it easier for it to fall off the side. Now that I've loaded some meat into it, I'm going to push it down with the pusher thing to, push it tightly so it can get more meat in there. And we'll just continue this process. Now I'm going to squeeze the turkey gun so it goes the length of the cooking grate. I'm going to do it from that one bar to the other, but not the end ones, because I don't want it to hit the sides of the smoker. So, and then I will be cutting it in half later after it's cooked. I'm just setting the other rack on top of the done jerky just to make it easier to carry outside. It won't hurt nothing, just setting it like this. And then just continuing the process. Now that we've emptied our jerky gun, I'm going to have to reload the jerky gun and repeat the process. So here I am reloading the jerky gun. Now we're back to making the strips. I'm going to fill up the rest of the cooking racks. Refilling the gun one more time. Now the jerky gun won't push out any more strips because there's not enough meat, so I'm just taking the rest of the meat and making it into little hand patty things just to turn that into jerky too. Here we are out of the smoker. I'm just sitting on the top of the smoker so I can load the racks into the smoker now that it's preheated. Might also check the Hickory chips while we're out here. You can see a thin layer of smoke coming out of the smoker. It's been a few hours, so I'm going to check the beef jerky and see how it is. It still felt kind of not firm enough, so it's going to be a while. Checking the chips also. Now that we're only smoking the jerky at 160 degrees, when you add new chips, they don't like to smoke right away without some help. So I'm just setting them in a fire I had going just to heat it up a little bit to get the chips to start smoking. You can also use this to do a blowtorch too, but that's just because they're smoking at such a low of a temperature. Now that the wood chips have started to smoke, and I can put them back into the smoker. Now it's been another few hours. We'll check it again. Still isn't enough firm or whatever, but should be it's getting done. Now it's been 8 hours, and yeah, it's firm enough. I'm gonna take it out and cut it in half into pieces. I'm just patting it down with a paper towel just to get all the grease absorbed off of it. I'm using a cartridge scissors. I'm gonna cut them in half. I don't want a big long piece for each piece, so I'll cut them in half, or sometimes I cut them in thirds, but I just cut them in half today. Then I'm just putting them in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag to store them. There, I got them all cut up. I'll be lucky if this bag will last a day, the way the family eats it. You can probably store them out of the fridge, but I just store them in the fridge. Well, here's what 3 pounds of ground chuck made jerky looks like. Oh, it looks so good. Well, here's what 1 piece of jerky looks like. There you have it, Hickory smoked homemade spicy beef jerky. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.